Hey guys, I have some Valentine's DIYs for y'all today. I was going to do a winter craft video next, but time has been flying by. And I have been excited to get into Valentine's crafts as I haven't got to do them on my channel yet. My channel hasn't reached the 1 year mark yet. And actually, now that I think about it, I've never done any Valentine's crafts ever in my life. I've been crafting a long time, just never ventured to do a Valentine's craft yet. So let's see how I did and get into these DIYs. For this first DIY, you'll need some playing cards. I got these from the Dollar Tree, and I ended up using some out of 2 packs. How many packs you'll need will depend on how large your wreath is. And you'll also need a wreath form in the shape of a heart. I know that they have sold those in the past at the Dollar Tree, but what I did is I just took a metal ring that I had out of an old lampshade and formed it into a heart. But you could also take one of these wreath forms, these 3D wreath forms from the Dollar Tree, and I'm pretty sure that you could easily bend one section of that into a heart. And you'll also need some ribbon or twine or something to hang your wreath with. Now, these cards were very bright white and red, and I wanted to age them a little bit. And at first, I took some antique wax and just put around the edges and a little in the middle and dirtied it up a little bit, and that looked good, but I wanted it to be even darker and more aged looking, so I took some craft tissue paper. They sell some in this pack at Dollar Tree, and with this green and striped and floral tissue paper. And I know you can buy packs of craft tissue paper online, so I just Mod Podged this tissue paper onto all the heart cards in these 2 packs. I used a thin layer of Mod Podge and tried not to go too heavy-handed on it because that helps with wrinkles, especially when using tissue paper. And really, when you're using tissue paper, you're going to have a wrinkle or two. That's just how it is Mod Podging tissue paper. But then I just pressed it down onto the card and pushed out some of the wrinkles and lines very gently. If you push too hard, it will definitely tear because of how thin tissue paper is. Once the Mod Podge was dry, I just took a sanding block from the Dollar Tree and sanded away the excess around the edges of each card. It's up to you whether you top each card with some more Mod Podge. I ended up doing that. You can see here the number 9 card has a layer of Mod Podge on it and has already dried, and the color's a little richer. It has just made the image underneath the tissue paper pop out a little bit more, and it just looks a little bit nicer, I feel like, a little less dull. And then also, while you are applying the top coat, you can also check and see if there were any spots where you missed Mod Podge when you were applying the tissue paper, and then you can go back and fix those and then apply it to the top as well. You can attach the cards to the wreath form however you like, but I'm going to use hot glue. For this first one, this ace, I wanted to put it at the very top there, center of the heart, and for the rest of them, I'm just going to use a combination of masking tape and hot glue to attach them to our heart wreath form. For this next one, you'll need some heart cutouts. I got these from the Dollar Tree. I had to get 2 packs of these. They came with other shapes in them, but just 2 hearts each. But right now at Dollar Tree, they are selling some Valentine's heart hangers. And so you could certainly just buy some of those and just recover them in paper. I'm using this wrapping paper that I've had for a long time. It has 2 patterns, so it's double-sided, and I just love it. It's some of that wrapping paper that like you love so much you don't want to use it for wrapping paper. So if you have some of that, you can just use it in place of scrapbooking paper. And you could certainly use some scrapbooking paper or whatever type of paper you'd like. And you can see here that this isn't exactly Valentine's paper. It's just red and white, so it has a Valentine's look. And then once you put it on the hearts, then it'll definitely look, you know, more like a Valentine's Day decor piece. So I'm just going to apply this paper to 3 of these hearts. You can do as many as you like to make your hanger as long as you'd like. And I'm just using this Elmer's stick glue to apply them. And you could certainly use Mod Podge instead of that. Once the glue dried, I just took a sanding block from the Dollar Tree and in a downward motion removed the excess paper around the edges of each heart. And I did go ahead and finish both sides of my heart. It depends on where you are going to use this at. I'm going to use this as a door hanger, so I know that it's going to be, the hearts are going to be flipping around a lot. It's going to be moving a lot. But if you're going to hang it somewhere where you know it's going to stay flat against the surface or the wall that it's up against, then you wouldn't have to finish both sides. But I'm just going to connect each heart with some twine, and it's as simple as that. For this next craft, I took a wreath hanger from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use these wire pliers to help me bend this into a heart shape. And I'm sorry for being out of frame here. It's difficult to hold something away from your body and use any strength, to do anything. You sort of have to hold it up against you in order to be able to really use some force. But you can see here that I just shaped this into a heart. Once I could see how much excess I had and where I wanted to cut the metal here, I just took these miter shears, and they didn't clip through them. I don't know if I applied more force if they would have, but I really just wanted to sort of score it to where when I bent it back and forth that it would break where I wanted it to. I wanted to make 3 hearts, but the next one that I tried to make, because it was smaller, because there wasn't much metal left, it was more difficult to bend it because it was smaller. The first one was fairly easy to make, but it was like the smaller the heart got, the more difficult. So I just ended up making 1 metal heart. At first, I wanted to punch holes in the heart, 1 on each side of the heart, and I got this crocodile big bite for Christmas, and I was going to use it to punch the holes, but I ended up not using it. But I just wanted to show you here, I got this as a gift, and it looks like my mom got it from the Dollar General. So if y'all saw crocodiles at the Dollar General this year, leave a comment down below. I'm curious to see, are they selling, sort of more advanced craft supplies there now? I just thought that was interesting. To go on to the little mini garland that I'm making, I'm going to flank the heart with 3 beads on each side, and I'm just using some antique wax to finish these 6 wooden beads. Once those were dry, it was time to assemble the mini garland, and you can see here that really it made a very cute look, not being able to punch the holes into the metal. I believe that I could have definitely punched the holes in the metal if I hadn't have formed the heart first. I should have punched the holes, but then it would have been difficult to bend it exact to put the holes in the exact placement. So just for this craft, using the crocodile just wasn't really an option, but it ended up turning out very cute how I did it. And you could, if you had more wreath hangers, you could make more hearts and make this as long as you wanted. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that everyone had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I meant to put out more videos, most certainly. I had so many ideas to do, but I went ahead and just took a break because things were so crazy. Y'all know how it is around the holidays. But I hope that however you celebrated this year, that you had a wonderful, hopefully a break, and that everyone had a great Christmas. Thank you so much for following me into 2022. I look forward to this year and continuing this channel. I appreciate everyone's support so far. I've been having a lot of fun with this. And I hope y'all are having a wonderful day and you continue to. See you next time.